Well, here's what they came up with to support the beam. I've got several blocks. I got a chunk of treated 2x10 and some 4x6s down there. I got a house jack right there, and then I've got a board screwed up here at the bottom of the ceiling joist to support all that stuff. And then I've got a timber 4x4, whatever you want to call it, right here that I'm going to put up in there, and then raise the screw jack with the crowbar. Let's see what happens. So I think the concept is good, but I need to lubricate this in here a little bit because the pad wants to turn when I crank the screw jack up, and then it wants to get all wobbly down here. So Milwaukee. This one is the 2656-20 M18 impact driver, and the trigger is messed up. Every time you get up here, you're right in place, getting ready to drive her home, trigger doesn't work. Super annoying. And the thing is, a trigger kit is $60, and the whole tool is actually $60. Minus the battery, of course. But nonetheless, you wonder why this is a throwaway society, because things just like this, a perfectly good tool, and it costs as much to fix it as it does to simply buy a new one. Ridiculous. But don't tell me about everybody's being green. We gotta go green so we can save the planet for the children. And then guess what? Everything is garbage. So it looks like all I gotta do is get my brush in here and put a little grease down in that area right there where the thrust occurs. So I will go do that. Be right back. Only this time I'm going to get my M18 fuel impact gun that actually works. Okay, I'm back. This is the Milwaukee 2953-20. Much better. They used 3% moly grease on these sliding surfaces that rub together like that. The 3% moly is a very good extreme pressure lubricant, so it's great for like excavator pins and bushings, any type of thing like that that is kind of a slow speed but high load application. It seems great for that. So I can hear the post starting to creak a little bit. Yep, I can hear it. There it goes. Well, I'd say that's pretty sturdy, I think. So as long as I work carefully in this area, should be okay to go ahead and start taking those columns out of there. Yeah, I better quit. I can hear things starting to creak up there and make some interesting noises. All right, here we go. Start tearing some stuff apart. So if you have any suggestions, or if you know a place where I can get a trigger assembly for less than $60, it makes it actually worthwhile to fix this thing, leave a note down in the comments. Now, well, there's one post. You see all that pitch right there? There's a knot right in this area. And every time, this has been up here for almost 25 years, every single summer, this will continue to ooze sap. Gets hot, sap expands, squirts out. I put my hand in it, then I get angry. You get the idea. No more after today. The new posts are going to be made out of vinyl, composite structural, vinyl wrapped, whatever you want to call it, perma post, trademark brand thing. And I will never ever have to paint them again, and I will never ever get sap on my hands again. I got no flagpole hanger anymore. this could be a problem. Yeah, that one could be a problem. This one, not a problem. Huh. Look how that treated lumber just ate that thing apart. Yeah, this could be a problem. Guess we'll see. Look at that thing. Yep. There you have it. Now back over to here. Trying to think what to do about that. I really can't grab onto that. I almost need to chip away the concrete right there, but really don't want to do that. Mess up my sidewalk. Huh. Well, I decided to go crazy on this thing and get out the old super saw and cut the ends of those joists off. I figured, you know, if I need a piece of treated lumber, I'll go buy one. It's not that big of a hardship. So my plan now is to go along here, and I'm going to use my Milwaukee Super Duper Impact and get these lag bolts out of here and see if that ledger will come off the house. Remember what I was telling you about the way the interaction between treated lumber and aluminum? You see all that corrosion right there? There was a couple spots. There's a spot right there, and there's one right there where it actually ate a hole right through through the metal. So aluminum and copper don't like each other. Treated lumber and aluminum don't like each other. So don't use them with each other because they don't like each other. So I'm going to see if I can get this ledger off the house with the floor joists already attached to it, and then I'll just take it right out to the backyard with the old tractor, and that'll be that. Okay, one bolt left, but I have a feeling there's probably a nail in there somewhere. Come on! Told you there was a nail in there. Alrighty then, we got her loose. That's heavy. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Can any of you tell me what's wrong with this picture right here? Specifically, this part of the picture right here. Because remember, this is the bottom of the floor joist. So what did they do? They put this bad part down. This board should have been rejected. I wouldn't even have used it at all. But what they did is they put the knot on the bottom, which creates a very weak spot. You can see the end of the knot right there. This is just all garbage because of it. So really, this floor joist was only about as useful as this area right here, because this would create a stress area which would break. This one too. See, you put the knot on the bottom. You should either reject that board or put it so that the knot is in compression, which would be at the top of the board. Because when you put weight on the top of the board, these fibers are in compression, these ones are in tension. So that's how they did it. Maybe not the brightest bulb that ever came along to build a deck, but now those are some nice boards right there. I'd use them all day long. If the knot's in the center, you're good to go. Anywhere near the edge, I would be careful about where I use them, if I use them at all. This knot here is on the top of the deck, so it's in compression, so that's a good one. That'll be all right. All right, now we got to figure out how to get this out of here. Probably gonna get the old Kubota and put the forks on it and get some of this stuff out of here.